the horrific tragedy that took place recently over in Texas, the Texas floods, which involved the deaths of over 100 people, I think, with lots still missing. It really breaks my heart to know that so many people were taken so quickly, and to see a lot of Democrats actually now use it as a political weapon has been truly disgusting. Like, I know that the flood was horrific, but what is even more horrific are loads of these Democratic dingbats, their responses to this tragedy. One particular woman, I think she was a teacher, she said something truly to the effect of, well, may these MAGA voters get what they asked for ignoring climate change or whatever else. Truly heartless, no empathetic nature within her one bit. And it was just, I could not, I just could not fathom how you can act like this when tragedy has struck and people have lost their lives. They didn't deserve this. It had nothing to do with who they voted for goodness sake. And also, you're starting to see loads of the Democrats blame Trump. Rosie O'Donnell was blaming Trump recently. I mean, she's looks like she's almost dead, to be honest. But how can you blame something like this on Trump? Lots of misinformation, or now you can even call it disinformation, because it's really egregious what they're trying to do. Trying to paint this on Ted Cruz, trying to paint this on Trump and say it's all their fault. They're, the Doge cuts and things of that nature. No. The thing that happened is they had lots of warning signs, but it's almost like a case of the boy who cried wolf kind of thing. So many warning signs go off. You don't know which one's true, which one's accurate. And then one ends up actually being true. And it's the one, unfortunately, people don't really listen to. So in this case, it seems like some heeded the warning and got to higher ground, whereas others, unfortunately, didn't. The whole thing is a huge tragedy. And I hate seeing people use this and make it political. Just leave politics out of certain things, for goodness sake. Can you just do that? Recently, Piers Morgan confronted and called out the streamer Destiny. If you don't know who Destiny is, he's a very loud, like, not just loud, but he's fast spoken and he's really annoying. He doesn't make much sense half the time, and he doesn't care about anyone but himself. So recently, Destiny said something that was truly disgusting and despicable about this horrible tragedy. And, well, Piers Morgan had to call him out on Piers' show. And I'm glad that Piers did that. Whether or not it is for Piers' views or whatever, makes for good content for me too, to call out Destiny for his horrible, I mean, truly horrible. The man's just not even human anymore. Like, if you're having a reaction like that and you don't care about loss of life, you're no longer human. Have a watch of this.
Question,
well,
Destiny.
who's president there? But
Destiny, I want to ask you a question. So, a woman called Kylie Jane Kramer posted on X, I've been trying to wrap my head around how the flooding in Texas became so devastating so quickly. Why not evacuate? Then I saw this. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 46 minutes around 4 a.m. That doesn't even seem natural. To which you reposted this, and you put your own words. I heard God killed those kids because they were using NordVPN, promo code Destiny, to get around the Texas ban. On reflection, do you think that was grotesquely tasteless thing to be posting?
absolutely not. The hand wringing, the hand wringing here. Oh my God! Stop. If you want to talk about dead children, then you should talk about the residents of Kerr County who rejected using ARPA funds to build the very siren system that Ted Cruz was over here virtue signaling about. Now that the kids are dead, last I checked, the siren system isn't bringing anybody back to life. Okay, the very same system that they could have built for the better part of the last decade. They didn't want to touch those ARPA funds because they thought that if they did, Biden would go and steal their homes, which is the exact same lie that was told in North Carolina when people were rejecting FEMA funds because they thought that if the government was giving them money for their houses, they'd steal it. If you want to talk about grotesque and ghoulish things that are being said,
it's what you put online. I agree with you. It's what you run online. It is grotesque. It's disgusting. But I mean, I guess that's what you do.
How long have people like you told us that if we spend less money in Ukraine, you guys are going to spend more money investing in things like infrastructure in the United States? Where is that money going?
We just had another
massive debt increase. Another massive debt increase for more tax cuts for wealthy people. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, let me get.
He's jawline as he's talking. That's destiny for you. Sick, twisted, and disgusting. To say that apparently God killed those kids because they were. It's a very tasteless thing to say, isn't it? To immediately blame God and then make it political straight away. And you saw Destiny like deflect. It's nothing wrong with saying it at all. The kids were trying to use NordVPN code Destiny to get around the Texas corn ban. That's why God sent a flood. Like, who the hell does this person think that he is? It's not funny. I think he thought it was funny. I've seen a lot of tasteless things being said by political streamers. Destiny is one of those people that is not funny. He is honestly despicable. And like I said, you lose your humanity when you do this kind of stuff. He's got no care in the world for those kids that died. Absolutely none. And you heard him straight away got defensive. Straight away got defensive. Can't even just say, oh, I said the wrong thing. Yes, it's tasteless. But no. Defend, double down on the truly disgusting and vile thing that he said. You could see like Piers Morgan even going like, don't you think, well, obviously not Piers Morgan because it's Destiny you're talking to. Like I said, he only cares about himself. Doesn't care about the loss of innocent life. And then he just was like, oh, it's FEMA funds. It's this. You got to blame the people. They didn't want to dig into the FEMA funds, which is not true at all. They had working systems. Fact is, flash floods happen, and they happen very, very quickly. They're natural disasters. It's not God's fault at all. It happens. And to even say such a thing, I do believe one day these people will be brought to account for the things that they have said, the truly horrific things to say, not a care in the world. I think you would be caring a lot, Destiny, if it happened to your kid. Just pointing that out. But anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.